Most people clock in, do their work, and clock out. Their biggest worries, maybe a paper jam or a tough deadline. But there's a whole other world out there. A world where risk isn't just a word on a performance review. We're talking about the jobs that most wouldn't dare to do, the jobs that keep society running off into the shadows. Think about it. The food we eat, the energy we use, the buildings we live in. None of it comes easy. Someone's got to get their hands dirty. Someone's got to face the pain. These are the unsolved mysteries, the ones who stare right in the face. And when it comes to your dangerous new job, we depend on every day. These jobs are not for the faint of heart. They require grit, determination, and a willingness to get one's hands dirty. The people who do these jobs are often unseen and celebrated, but their contributions are invaluable. They are the backbone of our society, ensuring that we have food to eat, energy to use, buildings to live and work in, and then there are those firefighters, to save lives, miners who work deep underground, mysteries. We often hear about workplace fatalities in the abstract, numbers on a spreadsheet, statistics in a report. These numbers can be staggering, but they often fail to convey the true impact of these tragedies. Each statistic represents a person who will never return home, a family that will never be the same. The cold, hard data can sometimes make us forget the real human lives behind these figures, but behind these numbers is a story. Forever changed, a life cut short, the grief and sorrow experienced by loved ones left behind, and those who they are left to pick up the pieces, to navigate a future without their cherished family members. The emotional and financial toll on these families is profound, often leading to long-term consequences that ripple through generations. It's designed to ensure that our society functions smoothly. Every trip down into the depths is a gamble, a roll of the dice against Mother Nature and the unforgiving pressure of the ocean. Deep sea divers and underwater workers face unique challenges that few can comprehend. The ocean is a hostile environment and risks are ever present. Equipment failures, sudden changes in weather, and the sheer unpredictability of the sea can turn a routine dive into a life or death situation. So why do they do it? Why face the danger day in and day out? The reasons are varied and complex. For some, it's a calling, a sense of meaning, something greater than themselves. For others, it's a necessity, a way to provide for their families. The camaraderie, sense of accomplishment that comes from overcoming these challenges can also be powerful motivators. Despite the risks, many find a deep sense of purpose in their work. The answer often is simple: someone has to. These jobs are essential to our society, and without the brave individuals who take them on, many of the essential services they provide would not be possible. Their courage and deserve our respect. As we go about our daily lives, it's important to remember the sacrifices made by those who work in dangerous conditions to keep our world running smoothly. Imagine descending into a world where the weight of millions of gallons of water has been necessary. That's the reality of it's a hostile environment, the smallest mistake, a miscalculation, or equipment failure can be fatal. The human body simply isn't designed for these depths. Yet these brave men and women willingly venture into the abyss. Also known as the baths, as they ascend, nitrogen bubbles can form in their bloodstream, causing excruciating pain, paralysis, and even death. Imagine the feeling of tiny needles piercing your joints, your lungs screaming for air. That's the reality of decompression sickness, and it's a risk that lingers long after the diver has resurfaced. Section 5. Beyond the surface. Facing aquatic predators. Sharks, jellyfish, even the occasional giant squid. The deep sea is teeming with creatures that can pose a threat to divers. While attacks are relatively rare, the fear is always present. Imagine being surrounded by murky water, visibility limited, and then catching a glimpse of a shadow moving in the distance. Is it just a current, or something more sinister? The mental fortitude required to stay calm and focused in such an environment is astounding. Section 6. Underwater welding, where sparks fly in the deep. Deep sea diving is dangerous enough on its own, but add in the element of welding, and you're talking about a whole new level of risk. Underwater welders repair pipelines, oil rigs, and other structures at depths that would make most people's stomachs turn. They work in near total darkness, relying on their skills and specialized equipment to perform incredibly complex tasks. One wrong move, and the consequences can be catastrophic. Section 7. Isolated and alone. The mental strain of deep sea work. The physical risks of deep sea diving are obvious. The crushing pressure, the freezing temperature, and the potential for equipment failure are all well-known hazards. But what about the mental toll? The psychological challenges that come with spending extended periods in such an extreme environment are often overlooked. Imagine being confined to a small pressurized chamber for hours. The isolation can be overwhelming. You're cut off from the outside world with only the fog. The lack of natural light and the monotony of the environment can lead to mental health issues of any profession. The combination of physical danger and psychological stress can lead to a anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. It's crucial to recognize and address these issues to support the mental well-being of those who work in this industry. The mental strain of deep-sea work is a serious issue that deserves our attention. Challenges these divers face, we can better support their mental health and ensure they have the resources to cope with the demands of their profession. Section 8. Unnecessary risk. The importance of dangerous jobs. So, why do it? Why subject yourself to such extreme conditions and risks? Because the world needs deep-sea divers. They lay the groundwork for our communication networks, protect our vital infrastructure, and play a crucial role in the oil and gas industry. Their work might be hidden from view, but its impact is felt by all of us. Every time we turn on a light, connect to the internet, or fill up our gas tank, we're relying on the work of these brave individuals. Section 9. Saluting the brave. Respect for those who brave. The next time you hear about a workplace accident, take a moment to think about the people behind the statistics. These are the men and women who risk their lives every day to keep our world alive. They deserve our respect, our gratitude, and our unwavering support. Their jobs are also essential, and for that, we should all be grateful.